Last summer I ran the full length of Malawi in Africa. I'm just an ordinary person, but it was kind of strange really. My life before I started running was kind of like a cycle of self-destructive behaviour. I had no running experience. I'd battled with weight. That's one of the things that I've always battled with. At my biggest I was a 42-inch waist, and then after a drunken bet in 2006 in the dark in a hoodie I attempted to start running, and it literally was just lamppost to lamppost, and I hated it. I thought, what's the point? And then after several weeks, that kind of build-up, that sort of structure, that discipline, it kind of then started to make me sort of look at my kind of life, my debts, face up to that kind of stuff. And it gave me a passion, something that I never had before. And that was the start of an incredible 10-year journey, I suppose. I completed my first half marathon in 1 hour 24. But it was really in 2008 and a trip to Malawi that would really transform everything for me. It was just an insight into extreme poverty. When I returned to Manchester, I just stood there and I thought, what is life about? We have one chance. So I started volunteering at a school with children with autism. So I've been working with children with autism for 10 years. And then I became involved with Friends of Melange Orphans, a project that supports 4,500 orphans in Malawi. So I met Mary, the founder of FOMO, and I said, Mary, I'm going to run the length of Malawi. And she said, Brendan, are you crazy? So she came up with the idea that we need the art and science block to finish the secondary school. And so I said, how much do we need? And she said 35,000. We didn't really know the full distance. We knew it was around 650 miles, so I kind of set this pledge that I was going to run 25 marathons, 25 days. And day one, really, we camped at the first school, and that was an insight into the poverty. The school we arrived at had no roof, the walls were cracked, and they just had a chalkboard with chalk, and that's how they were being taught. The run really did throw everything at me. I suffered with illness, injury, wild animals, and then I got struck down with a really strong sickness and diarrhea. And I thought, all this hard work that I've done, all this, I cannot let this slip. And I did actually manage to run with a lot of pit stops and a very upset stomach. That for me was the most important moment because it taught me that all the injury, the illness, the heat, they were just temporary things, they were insignificant. And it was sort of a really big life lesson to like, how can I ever moan about anything again? And then I successfully, 27 days, 27 marathons equivalent, I crossed the border and into Mozambique. And it was an incredible journey, and it taught me a lot. We successfully raised £35,000, and with the art and science box, it is now completed. And you never know where it might end. I never thought that drunken bet running would lead on to what I've achieved, and yeah, running has just transformed everything for me.